gentlemen, sorry about that very, very loud noise. Hello and welcome back to the Galaxy Battle Emerging Worlds Qualifier. We're going to be taking a look at our very first series of the day. It's 3 best of 3s that we're taking a look at, and it's going to be Sacred versus SG Esports. The winner of all of the 3 best of 3s that happened today are going to be moving on and playing in the Galaxy Battles tournament. Worth knowing a little bit, since there's so many different qualifiers that are going on right now, who actually is already playing in this tournament. Keep in mind, this is one of the tournaments that had a little bit of a higher pool of players and teams that are going to be a part of it. So they actually have in the tournament 8 different direct invites, which is kind of crazy. So they have Newbie, they have Infamous, they have OG, they have TNC, LGD Forever Young, Evil Geniuses, Team Liquid, and Virtus Pro. And then on top of those, we've also seen the Team Secret qualifying, Team Spirit from the CIS region, which I believe is their first tournament that they've qualified for, Optic Gaming from North America, and then Mineski from Southeast Asia. And then on top of that, we've also got a South American qualifier that's going to be completed today, as well as a China qualifier that's happening over the next couple of days. And then there's also a wild card. So all in all, there are so many freaking games and teams that are going to this event. This one's going to be pretty hype. I'm really excited to watch it. Of course, it's going to be taking place in the Philippines. I believe that they have some tickets that are going on sale shortly as well in the Philippine arena, organized by Fallout Gaming and Purpose Win. It should be cool. I'm excited to see what they have going for them. But for today, at least, it's going to be Sacred versus SG Esports. And then a little bit later on, it's going to be, one second, careful headphones users. All right, it looks like I sent out that message just a second too late. I'm sorry again, everybody out there. I didn't adjust the audio before I did it because I forgot about that, because I'm an idiot. That's basically why. So apologies again going out to all you fine folks. As far as big things to note between these two teams, since we again are doing a solo cast today, just myself, Lyrical, it is going to be SG, who have just come back from a European jaunt, and also then afterwards a Chinese trip around the world, where they went to the Perfect World Masters. Didn't really put up the best show in the world, gotta be said. If I'm not mistaken, they went on the group stages, but they still, I think, learned a lot at that tournament, and they have been learning a lot and getting better and better and better, and they're always in contention for one of the top spots out of the Southeast Asian region. That being said, recently Sacred just booked a ticket to the Summit. So they are going to be heading off and going to the Summit 8. Should be really, really good, and I'm excited to see how that ends up working out for them. I think that this is a team that has a lot of potential on it. When it was made, everybody was like, yeah, this is definitely a team that we could go see going somewhere. Ben Jazz, a classic, Leo Style, King Tekka, Matthew, Masoku, all these dudes are just so freaking good at Dota 2. And I'm really excited to see where they end up going as the game goes on, and as the season wears on as well, and maybe trying to get into some of those elusive qualifier points as well, and maybe going to the major is the way to make it work, because those are really where the most of the money is.
5 seconds remaining.
Taking a look at the picks so far, the bans: Bane, Slardar, Night Stalker, Wyvern, Puck, Lich. No emphasis yet on the Omni Knight that we saw a lot in China, as well as the like the Razor and the Tiny. It feels like we were maybe departing a little bit from that. Instead, it was Rubik, Earthshaker, and Sand King Ancient Apparition. I'm really curious to see if SG start to run some more stuff that they saw in the international scene, because it did feel like there was a lot that was done and a lot of development of the meta at that tournament. Obviously, things become a little bit different when you go back to your individual region, but I think that still you take some of that home with you and you start to make it look good. I'm going to be double checking and triple checking to make sure that I'm not messing up any of the overlays as this game goes on, because it's been a little while since I did this production out of my house. Right now is when my dog is sleeping over on the couch, so you know, it's a very different feeling than the normal what's been recently. So let's see, any other things that we can talk about with this tournament. Again, it was the 8 invites, and then there's also the 2 wildcard slots. As far as how those are determined, it looks like it's the participating team in the wild cards are Kingwin, Empire, Skyville, and PG Barracks, which is a Indonesian team. This is kind of interesting. There's a Filipino team, there's an Indonesian team, then there's a CIS team and an EU team, and they're all competing in the wild cards. So I'm curious how that's all going to work out. I'm curious if they're going to be which like server they're going to be playing on, or if they're going to be playing. Oh, right. This is what it is. The reason is because these are teams that are playing. They're amateur teams from Southeast Asia, and they have a chance to participate. They're going to be playing the runners-up from the European and CIS qualifiers. And the New Blood Championship was the thing that went on in Indonesia a couple weeks ago. It was happening the same time as the Frankfurt Major. Again, I'm going through more of this stuff because it's, I think, like, you know, we've all seen Tidehunter. We know what Tidehunter does. But the tournament is a little bit of a different structure than most. So I want to make sure that you guys have the information as to, you know, what's going on in the tournament as a whole. So yeah, that's basically the long and the short of it. As far as what to expect from the rest of this series, it's looking like it's going to be a little bit more team fight heavy from SG Esports. Sacred looks like they can run more of the like pick-off style, the Juggernaut, a classic Benjaz hero. I think last time I checked on this guy's stats on Juggernaut, it was something ridiculous, like where he had more than double the games Juggernaut played than any other hero. Benjaz.
10 seconds remaining.
So,
5 seconds remaining.
yeah, he has 154 matches on Juggernaut and then 84 matches on Lifestealer. This guy, he plays a lot of Juggernaut. There ain't no doubt about it. And he has a 75% win rate on it as well. So certainly a classic for him. And SG gonna go for the tiny now. I gotta say, I really like this draft from SG Esports. It feels like it's everything that was working at the Perfect World Minor. And again, you sort of wonder, like Sacred, they were playing in a lot of qualifiers leading up to this. It's on a different time zone. I'm sure that they were able to at least look at the drafts, but I wonder how much they were able to watch in depth the games that happened. And of course, you start to build a meta around some of the best teams in the world at a big event like that, and it's probably what works best. But of course, you also want to be playing things with your own individual style and flair as well. The thing I'm worried about is that you kind of have minimal lockdown as it begins, and like a Batrider single target disable, you don't want to lasso the Tide. You don't really want to lasso the Tiny either. So you're left trying to find like the AA, and then there's the counter initiation that could come from the Sand King. And at any point, like all these heroes are pretty great with counter initiation. I don't know. I feel like I really like the SG Esports draft so far. The thing that I would like about the Sacred draft, and I think that they're going to be going for, is more of a push-oriented strat possibly. DP's already been banned out, which is a little bit tough, but one of those like heavy pushing mid heroes, because then you've got like Rubik the no field can help to push high ground because the out spam doesn't work as effectively for cutting the creep wave and killing the creep wave. You've got Batrider that can start a fight and is great at breaking high ground with like a lasso into Omni Slash. That feels like it's kind of cool to me. So we will have to wait and see, as Queen of Pain is the pick for SG. And last pick for Sacred. We are going to have to wait. Again, maybe like a DK. They're gonna take a TA. That's sort of a similar style. Well, no, it's not. It's different. It's like with the DK, I feel like you push around the timing of your ultimate over and over again. Holy crap! Look at this set. What? What is this Juggernaut set? Oh my god, how do I get it? All right, we're taking a look at it. Screw the game. We're done with the game. It's all about this set now. I am going to take a freaking screenshot. We're going into Paint. Oh man, this is the coolest freaking thing ever. Look at this guy. It's a goddamn monster. All right, I'm tweeting this out right now. Benjaz. Save. Oh God, it's glorious. But the thing I was gonna say is that it feels like with Benjaz, or no, this is all I want to talk about right now is the Juggernaut. It feels like with a DK, you push around the timing of your ultimate. With TA, you push around the timing of your items, and you're able to accelerate those more quickly with ancient stacking and things like that. I imagine that like Matthew probably is going to be able to play a little bit more of a roaming-oriented Earthshaker, running around the map, making stuff happen, and then that sort of puts you in a position where you're able to build into those stacks for later for Leo style. All right, here we go. Ben Jazz Jug set is the truth. All right, add images. Where is it? Oh, it's got to be around here somewhere. There it is. I just got to wait for the thing to catch back up again. All right, where is this guy? Look at this thing. Oh, it's amazing.
Prepare
What is
battle.
this? It's like the chest, right? The arms, legs. I don't even know. It's awesome. I love it. Blade Form Legacy. Is that what it is? I don't know. Well, regardless, moving out across the map. We'll have to wait and see how that all works out. I guess the other thing to keep in mind is that for SG, they do have a team that can kind of contest the Ancients. You know, Tidehunter, he runs in there, he goes in, throws a couple anchor smashes. Could be quite strong. All right, I tweeted it out. We're good. But like, they don't really have a great answer for like Tidehunter just walking at him. Like, you lift, you get the Earthshaker stuff out there. There's not going to be any way to like blow him up at all, I don't think. I don't know. It's going to be tough. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, and you know what? Oh, I switched the overlay. I had to double check.
The battle begins.
That would have been a disaster of the highest proportion. Ward placed down off to the side here. Don't know if that one was scouted. They are going to see this rotation in. The TA making her move with the observer ward in the area. In the meantime, it's the Rubik who's able to get the block. Lots of pings around the map right now. And Leposa is showing off a little bit. This is a nice play, though. They've actually caught him. Leposa gonna have to TP out of there and going to make the escape. But this is a nice answer. We've been seeing a lot of times the offlaners, there's not really a great way to deal with just like coming in and stealing the creep wave, but they found an answer to it right there. And now in the top lane as well, in some trouble. King Tekka low, but gonna get away. But that's the thing, is that there's no real way to stop an offlaner from coming and stealing your creep wave. But what they did right there is block him off so he can't make the runaway, even with his boots. Really good play there by Matthew. And then they also put the creep wave in a position where it's not getting hit by the tower. So he's going to be struggling a lot in this lane here. Meanwhile, up in the top, Batrider, well, he's also struggling. He didn't try and go for the creep pull maneuver. But nonetheless, Leposa can still come in, stay within experience range a little bit, and try and find that little bit of punish. All right. So, in the mid lane, Core looking for a catch on the Leo style. Not able to find it. It's a little bit of miss CS here and there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we'll keep our eye on the CS charts. The big thing I really want to keep my eyes on, though, is the levels for the offlaners and how well they're able to get stuff. Batrider's still pretty heavily zoned out here, and Ancient Apparition with that long attack range causing some trouble. Weren't able to see any usage of Meld from TA to try and dodge the Shadow Strikes. And Leposa going to get a big creep wave underneath them, whereas, well, King Tekka just going to be forced to do a little bit of jungling here. And has Firefly going, but that's tough. This is going to be a little bit better for him now. Bottom lane as well with the Sand King coming in. That's going to share some experience, but it also does mean that Leposa will be a little bit safer. Not able to dive him that much. They're going to get a pull off here. Soku can get the completed pull if he wants to. This one's a double stack, so it should fully deny out that creep wave. But yeah, Invis Rune up top there. Leposa will be able to come and sneak some of that experience. Looks like that one was still denied nonetheless. In the meantime, Benjaz just make sure the creep wave doesn't push underneath this tower. It's going to be in a good position, and they're going to be able to deny out Tide a little bit more. Is that double stack? Oh, baby. Bartino. Making it happen. Burrow strike onto one. That does catch Thelio on the wrong side of things. And well, they do have a lift as well, but not going to go for it. He did have another Burrow strike again, so probably would have been safe. But nonetheless, well, Leposa gets all the last hits. Feeling good about himself as well. Do they get this pull off? They'll get the range creep. And all in all, things going pretty well for SG, I'd say. I think the big problem is going to be this Bat Rider. He obviously can head back to the jungle afterwards and heal up a little bit more and catch up in terms of his farm. But you do want to give a lot of the time stacking and other stuff over to the TA instead if you can. And allow her to be as bulky as she can be. This is pretty nice. Matthew able to steal away a bounty rune there. King Tekka will as well. He's going to come and try and contest for the stack. Oh god, if they give this to him, this is really bad. But they should see it right now. Maybe not. We'll have to watch and wait and see. They're going to go for it right now. And this is actually huge right here. Him able to steal this one. Alright, and they do see it immediately. So the ping comes out. As far as contention, they have 3 points in tree grab. It's kind of hard to make this happen, but they do really want to come and steal this one back away from him. 7 stacks now going to be on it as Costabile walks forward. And missed first blood as Queen of Pain goes down, looking for the finish. Costabile able to make it happen. He steals them away. But yeah, Quap did die mid. So that's pretty big. So rotation in there for Matthew and a little bit of hits from Leo's style finds the finish. Oh man. If my mic cuts out randomly at some point in time, don't worry, I'm probably just coughing and muting my microphone so you can't hear it. But so far, early winner Costabile. He's got himself 44 last hits at 5 minutes. That's pretty insane. Already level 6. As Leo style not able to dodge away from that one. A little unfortunate for him. And actually, if he's trying to man up too much here, might just be in a little bit of trouble. Nice turnaround, though. Able to keep getting the side blades on there and putting the punish to 40R. Needs to be careful. Can go for that hit. And oh, he needs to be really careful of that. That might have been a kill. Good reaction to blink away there, though. I think if he doesn't blink away there, he does die. Because it wouldn't have traded aggro over to the tower if he hadn't blinked. Would have been lined up perfectly. Fissure, a little bit off the mark. Down there bottom, might have been a kill onto Leposa. Juggernaut does come close to level 6 at this point. So Omni Slash soon to be online as top lane, they're rotating. I want to try and make something happen over here, possibly. Toss forward, doing damage to King Tekka. Instead, it's going to be a pickup of the Invis rune. So that's what Matthew wants to do. A scan here, Thelio in the area. Going to be able to find him, but not going to go for any type of finish. Instead, it's going to be a setup for a kill here onto 40R. Leo style walks forward. There's a jump forward damage. It's not quite enough to get it. What? How does that happen? Tideter goes down bottom as well. I just didn't even use Omni Slash for that. What the hell is happening here?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, I don't know how that one happened. I feel like Queen of Pain shouldn't have been dead there, but so it goes. 3-0 start. 7 minutes in. It's still Tiny who's fissure blocked, but gonna be an issue as this game goes on. And again, we go back to the Bat Rider here, level 4. Tide gonna be able to take out a huge stack of the medium camp. This is nifty for this guy. This should get him to close to level 6, I would imagine. And then, of course, that Ravage that's always so scary to walk into. Yeah, 40R getting hit by a couple of those Invis runes. Oh, this could be a finish. Ooh. Didn't see that he didn't have refraction up. Thought he had enough mana for it. So a smoke gank with Costabile, who's level 8, like we said. Laposa gonna finish off this stack in a second and get close to his level 6. Oh, it's pretty. And now they're coming to try and fight these fools.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Soko gets down a ward, or rather, gets down a ward over here.
Generation.
It's a stack 1 time on the Ancients. 2 times here. And 2 times here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So far, it's also been the Queen of Pain 40R who's had a bit of a rough go of things. That Invis room from the Earthshaker and then the other kill that came around.
Dire's bottom tower
Certainly not helping his
Dire's
farm any
are
as
fortified.
tower starts to take a little bit of a beating. The Thelio Core here as well. They'll be able to finish this one off, it looks like. Burrow Strike onto 1. The Enchant Totem and Thelio Core maybe a bit too far forward. They're able to bait it out though for the moment, and King Tekka in trouble now. Can they eat the tree and throw it out at him? Needing to find the damage, but the rotation in as well from Benjaz. More than enough damage. Takes down Costabile. They're able to get away with one there. Not bad. All right. Well, it is now the Juggernaut and the TA that are leading the CS charts. And if Leostel can start getting into some of these a little bit later on, it's going to be quite good for him. Tiny trying to go for the Shadow Blade as they move down bottom. No wards here, so Radiant don't really know that this is coming in. And in fact, as Laposa, they toss him forward into the Burrow Strike, gonna be able to connect. They have Ravage available, connects onto 2, and well, that's gonna be King Tekka dead. Looking like it might be more. They take him down as well. A double kill for Costabile, who again is just getting enormous on this Tiny. Going to be a continuing issue.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Because that's the thing. We've seen Juggernauts recently, and I feel like it's a comfort hero certainly for Benjaz. But I also don't know if it's necessarily the best hero in this patch in comparison to something like the Tiny. It feels like there's more like strong meta heroes on SG's lineup. But that being said, it doesn't matter how many meta heroes you have, you get ran at like this as the Avatos, Burrow Strike, turning it around. The post is still living, but not for long. And Costabile trying to run away. Rotation in from Benjaz, more than enough damage. And they take them all down. All right, well, it's all gone wrong. 6-2, and Sacred are just outplaying them. And now stealing the stacks as well. I take it all back. Everything I ever said. Sacred are demolishing this game. Issues. Oh, God. Every time. Just cough like crazy. So, 1,400 gold away from picking up a Deso is Leo's style. It's a 3,000 gold lead. And Earthshaker has been involved in a lot of these kills. Level 7 for him. 1-0-4. He's making it happen, man. So hopefully this Rubik comes back shortly. Did he get the deny on that? I guess maybe it hasn't shown up yet. It looks like it's gone, right? Does it say like Dyer? Leo style got the tower. I don't think that's the one we're talking about. I'm not seeing it. I'm not sure if that one denied yet or if it just hasn't updated yet. Let's take a moment to look at this set again. Oh my goodness. Wait, what the hell is happening? What is that thing? What is sticking out of his head? what hit him in the head? What is this? I have no idea what this is. It looks like an unstable concoction from Alchemist. This guy is jacked though, man. Look at Juggernaut. Looks like the goddamn Rock. He's got fire shooting out of the veins in his arm. Oh my goodness. What a cool dude. It actually doesn't look as cool as it did in like the intro part. I think that it looked cooler in the intro. There we go, events. They're on it, man. Admins, take note. This is the way that you do it. Let's see. He's going for a Sanj and Yasha build apparently on the Juggernaut. What else do we have? Batrider. I thought for a second that this was a Sanj and Yasha phase boots Batrider. I was like, what is happening? That is definitely not the case. Yeah. It's going to be drums build for King Tekka. Matthew, still about, what is that? 1,600 gold away from a Blink Dagger, roughly. Deso, he's got boots and dreams of a better world. Almost level 6. I think that they've already used the tome as well, since our Shaker's 7. I talked about Jug already. Ancient Apparition actually has gotten himself Arcanes already. This guy must have picked up a lot of bounty runes. He's got 17 last hits as well. It's not bad at all. Enemy has vision of Radiant Bottom. It says 40R. I actually think that they see it with this ward. Do they? Oh no, they have that one right there. It's actually right here. It's the one that he's talking about, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, he's gotten a lot of net worth, though, for himself. Nino's had a hell of a game so far. Level 6. Must have just pulled a lot. Tiny almost has Shadowblade completed. Sand King. Tranquils. We got double null tally and towards the veil for Quap. Nothing really out of the ordinary. I've seen more and more Soul Ring on Tidehunters recently. He's actually going for... Is he a medallion? Is he going for a Solar Crest? Is this the classic? This is what we've been seeing more and more of recently, actually, is like a Solar Crest Tide that allows you to go for an early Roshan. And that's something that could be big this game. If they can finish off a Roche at an early time and, you know, deny that from Leo style, that's big. Makes all the difference in the world. Pause ends in 2 minutes. There you go, folks. Matthew, you're going to soak up some of this net worth in the mid lane. Try and build towards that blink if at all possible. And Costabile, in the meantime, going to be able to finish off this ancient stack. All right. So where do Sacred want to go with this lead? It's 4,000 net worth. I feel like trying to take down Roche at a decent time would be quite strong. But you also need to be careful because trying to walk into a Roche against like tied Quap is really scary. Like, it's actually going to be really hard for them to come and contest Roshan. I wonder if that's enough to help SG to, like, put them over the top. Because this is definitely a lineup from Sacred where they don't have to, like... I don't know, do they have to end it early? TA Jug with the Batrider as, like, I think support. I guess Earthshaker also, if he has a really good game, can make a big difference late. I just feel like with Quap, Tide, and Tiny, it's so scary. Like, there are times where Quap was getting first phase banned at Perfect World. Granted, it was against Newbie, who is like one of the best Quap teams in like the world. But Deso is done for TA, and she finishes off that stack of Ancients and almost has a Blink Dagger? What? Yo, she is so farmed. All right, they got to kill her right now. But they already have wards down. They've got wards in the area. They see Costabile, like, immediately. And now they're going to be able to go for the D ward. But is it going to be enough? Yeah, they take it down also immediately. All right. Sacred are really good. Sacred are really, really good. The big determining factor is going to be how well do they try and like get Roshan and everything else for themselves. Damn. Timed it perfectly. There's that one of the flame breaks and just TP's out of there. Benjaz deciding to switch it up and instead go back for a Manta style. Meanwhile, Masoko steals Anchor Smash. That's going to allow him to farm a little bit better. 4 ports in it ain't bad either. And now Leposa can stick one of his illusions into the Roche pit as well. Man, King Tekka's been playing this like very aggressive Batrider. They're just like trying to take full advantage of out farming them around the map over and over again. Like, they have Blink TA now, and she's going towards the BKB next. Look at the damage! Oh my god, really good decision there as well. To go for the turnaround. Is it going to be enough? No, they are almost able to take him down, but he gets the Ravage off. Sonic Wave, the Ravage connects onto him, but they were also able to seal Ravage. Suko walking forward. All right, they lost the Tiny, but now they have Ravage on Rubik. That was looking like it could have been good for a moment for SG. But likewise, it was a nice play from the TA to recognize that the there was the minus armor debuff on Leposa. And so he just did so much damage with that first Meld Strike. But they couldn't kill him in time. Man, that was very close. But now you don't have Ravage for SG. This is big. And Benjaz is just going to be going for a spin TP back towards mid. They're trying to go now on King Tekka. This could be a problem. They blow him up for 1. Pull back in as well. Trying to take him low. But they don't want to blow Ravage for nothing. And waiting for TA is definitely the right move. But Batrider getting caught there. Pretty bad for Sacred. I want to see if SG can... Oh my god. Here today, gone tomorrow. Now with Sand King dead, they can definitely take this. Yeah, I don't think there's any way that SG can come and contest. And in fact, I think Bardino's just dead as well. Yeah, he's gonna get 3-shot there. Cold Feet will proc, but all right. Sacred are really gonna start to just handle this game. Because how do you deal with this now? Like, you're gonna have a Blink Dagger. You have a Blink Dagger on Earthshaker. They've got all their items. They just have everything. 4,000 net worth lead. They're waiting for a BKB soon, but I don't think that SG are going to be online in time. They have Blink on Batrider? Oh man, Leposa now also in trouble. They're throwing out the AA blast, but they walk forward. Fissure could connect, but instead they're going to TP back bottom where they want to try and take down this Tiny as he went on to King Tekka.
Radiant's top tower
Flame
is
break
under
as well, connecting on a Costabile. Echo Slam, the turnaround, not quite enough as of yet. They do use the lasso, not lasting all that long at all. Now the epicenter, they're gonna kill off Matthew. Almost, can they find the finish? They're looking for it. Helio Core almost has enough for the Burrow Strike, but they're not able to get it. And again, Sacred, barely able to outplay them there. And
under attack.
40R does find one little finish there in the end.
Little death.
Nice play with the scan to reveal. All right. I have no idea what's happening. Like this should certainly not be happening. He doesn't have anything left though in the tank. He's just gone. Leo Style is a goddamn monster. And unfortunately, Rubik no longer has Ravage in his arsenal. So he's gonna have to wait a little while longer. But it was that fear of the Ravage from them that allowed them to secure the Aegis. Like that Ravage steal basically made sure that Leo Style was gonna get this first Aegis.
Worthy tribute.
And it's so integral for this lineup to get that. Still another 3 minutes online. I would love to see him just keep up the tempo of this, though. Keep the pressure on. Try and see if they can barrel down these towers, which it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
Dire's bottom
Matthew
tower
moving
is
out.
under
He's going to
attack.
get down some very deep wards here as well. Make sure that they see if there's any type of rotation coming over. He's waiting off to the side to break smokes that could come through. They do spot in the mid lane, at least for the moment, the Queen of Pain.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
And
bottom
honestly,
tower has
there's
fallen.
no real reason to stop now. Have the 7 armor talent for Leo Style, so he's super survivable.
Radiant's middle tower.
The tower's about to fall, and sure, Laposa does have Ravage now, but they also have the Rubik in the area. It's really hard to steal Ravage, but they could maybe make it work. Oh, lordy. BKB done for TA now. And with Blink Lasso, Tony might not be long for this world. They do have 40R right behind him. They're ready for this. Maybe a turnaround. Can they save his life for the moment? They're already dusted. He's gone. And now 40R also in trouble. Trying to blink away, but they're chasing. They're finding. This is going to be a dead Queen of Pain yet again. Killing spree for Matthew. This game feels damn near over. This is a walloping. Tide feeling like he just needs that blink dagger, something to help them win a team fight. Like again, blink, ice blast, sonic wave on top of it. We can see all of the ways to make this work, and the blink dagger is there for Sand King. But they're going to need to fight their way out of this. And I'm not sure if Sacred are going to give them that opportunity. These next 50 seconds are going to be really, really important. I don't think Tide can get his Blink Dagger there.
Tower has fallen.
So,
Dire's top tower is under
as we
attack.
see, 30 seconds more. The healing ward is already down. How do you win this fight now? They need to get a good ice blast. Still 10 seconds away before it's going to be up. And 40R jumps forward, able to get the start further. Takes out the healing ward. And you do have to wonder right now if Sacred are making the right decision just backing out.
Dire's top tower
Maybe
is
hoping
under
to find
attack.
somebody as they chase.
Radiant's bottom tower.
This is probably the right decision. It still feels scary. Oh, they're thinking about going now into La Posa. I don't know if you want to go for this fight. This is a scary one to go for. The rest of them are coming back in yet again. Leo Style walks forward. Aegis expires now. They're getting in position where they can battle if they want to. And with the Aegis expiring, it looks like Sacred are going to back. I don't know. They have all these items that allow them to, like, they're at such a big power point right now. They hit level 15 talents. They've got, you know, Maelstrom done as well as the Manta style. BKB, 10 seconds for TA. And not that they lose a ton by backing out now, but it does feel like if they could take advantage of this and take like a small fight outside of the base, it could be good before Blink Dagger comes up on Tide. But it's about to be up now, and God, if you're pussyfooting around this area with a Tide Blink Dagger, all of these other heroes online, this could be just completely and totally disastrous. Smoke out. Time to battle. Where are they going? Who are they trying to find? They're going for Leo style. This is a big pick off here. And maybe going to be able to find more as well. They're chasing forward, looking for that opening. Can they get him? Blink Dagger's there. They don't get the TA. Instead, they will be able to find a second. And that's 2 down already. But that's the extent of it. Benjaz DD rune online. Is this gonna work though? The Echo Slam, the turnaround, the Omni Slash is down already. The Raps to try and turn it. Is it gonna be enough? They don't have the Healing Ward down as of yet. Benjaz very low. He is gonna end up falling. But now Leo style pops the BKB, and that's the signal. It's time to run. I don't know if he had the Healing Ward down in that fight. He did already use it, so it was on cooldown. And now the Avatos, Ice Blast, every damn thing. With BKB down, they take down Leo style. And it's one of those moments where you have to wonder, did Sacred need to be out there? 18,000 net worth. All right. Well, very rough go of it. It's 6,000 net worth lead still into Sacred's favor.
Radiant's middle tower has been
Force Staff, soon to be online for the Bat Rider. What does 40R having coming out? Is this a Lincoln's? Damn. Yeah, this could be the beginning of the turnarounds. It's one of those instances where you took a lot of damage onto your tier 3 tower, but you were able to hold through the first Aegis, and this next fight around the Aegis is going to be so important. Roche will respawn in just over 2 minutes now. But this is really where SG start to play the type of Dota that they wanted to. It might be too significant of a lead still. Like TA, the -4 meld armor reduction. Like, these things are going to be an issue. But, you know, Shadowblade Tiny with an Ice Blast to follow. If they find a pickoff around the time when Roche is supposed to be back up, yeah, like, Rubik here is just dead. Pretty sure. No? Oh, they see Leo style. Shadowblade wearing off. They didn't want to reveal their positioning yet. They could go for a play here if they want to. They have a smoke. Is she waiting for somebody to come farm this? And now they realize it's not going to happen. Well, movement up towards the top. By the way, if that was any other hero besides Tidehunter in the mid lane there, that is a team wipe and SG just lose the game. But Tidehunter, Kraken Shell, they get the Strong Dispel and then immediately go afterwards in for a Ravage and they win the fight, sort of. Benjaz TP'd into that one as they don't quite find anybody there. Again, a little bit of a misadventure in spell usage. Sacred thinking about chasing, but they don't have Firefly anymore, and SG just waited up on the high ground. Radiant don't have vision right here. You need to be careful. And the smoke gank. Who are they running into? Laposa? He's away from the rest of his team. This is really bad. Laposa's not there. He needs to get in immediately. They're walking forward, though. Ice Blast already out. Costa Bio, that lasso did nothing. Oh, 40R now trying to turn this one as well. They already have the epicenter down, not quite doing enough damage. Tiny's still living through all of this. The Elio Core also living. The Sonic Wave comes out though, and they take down King Tekka. Now, can there be any more damage news here? The Ravage, the turnaround, they're trying to take down Benchess. They are going to maybe find the finish. They take him down finally. But you look off to the side now, and with the rest of them wrapping around onto Tiny, they've got the kill power, and they take him down. So the final tally ends up being Batrider and Jug for Tiny and Tide. Again, very odd trades that keep on happening. The fights just end up being so chaotic. And I think that at this point, any trade is good for SG just because they're behind. So you look at the way the last couple minutes have worked. It was a 10,000 net worth lead for Sacred, now down to 5. And still going late game, I think that the SG lineup is a little bit better. This TA is a damn big problem, though. And she has a Bloodthorn. Holy Toledo. Well, they're finding the Ancient Apparition, but the Burrow Strike is there. Matthew hoping to turn this one around. They don't have Ravage available. This was not the battle you wanted. And Leo Style pops his BKB. They are still able to find the kill onto Sand King after the fact. Laposa gonna drop here as 40R also under heavy fire. Blinks off to the side. Why are you taking this fight? What is happening? The Burrow Strike, it's not nearly enough to try any type of a turnaround. And in fact, they're just all dead. The hell was that? What was going on? They didn't even have the Bloodthorn. 3,500 gold swing when you're ahead. And it was, I don't understand. Save your buddy syndrome or something, but that was a struggle and a half. And now Sacred, sieging high ground. They have buyback on the 3 heroes that matter. But having to expend them at this point just hurts so much. And well, Tiny buys back. The Quap hasn't as of yet. They're hoping that this is going to be enough to scare them off. TA away from the rest of the team. They have Ravage back up again, but well, there's the epicenter. Is it enough to turn it? Omni Slash trying to kill him off. They're able to take down one. So Thelio Core dead yet again. They do have the blink on Laposa as well as Ravage, but cooldown not quite there as of yet. Goes forward. Not spotting Benjaz though, and well, they do see them now. Still maybe a bit too scary as they're going to keep walking forward, and SG realizing they can't find any type of a follow-up. So just like that, what was a 5,000 net worth lead, you lose one team fight terribly, and it goes down to 15,000. Well, the toughest of struggles right now. 23-13. It's a 14,000 net worth lead. And if they didn't have a hell of an advantage before, they certainly do now. So, Sacred. Mjolnir on drug. He's almost level 20. This costs a bile. God, yeah, they need armor in a bad way. Everybody just has casual plate mails. It's probably AA's next item as well, I'm sure. Yeah, they literally, there's 3 just casual plate mails. Blink Force on Earthshaker. He's level 17. We've got a pipe done. And they know they have to stop this Roshan from happening. But I also know that that is a tough thing to do. Roche already down to about a 2/3 HP. That's Costa Bao walking forward. They have the gem on the Batrider, giving vision. Spot him, and he blinks away immediately. Sacred realized the danger. They back out. He's got the tree grab cooldown talent, which is pretty nifty. As the walk forward. Oh, Leo style ready to jump on somebody. Who do they want to go on, though? The Batrider lasso. Quap would be a good target, but you have to break the Lincolns first. He does have a Force Staff available. Costabao walks forward. There's the catch onto Leo style. Ravage with the BKB! The Ravage hits nothing! Oh, Laposa, what have you done? And Thelio Core just dead in an instant. Echo 7, 1 to 2. I'm dying. They're all dying. It's all falling apart. Oh, no. 3 are dead. It's all gone wrong. Force Staff forward as Costabao is just going to be solo Omni Slashed. And that should be the game. No buybacks on anybody except for Tidehunter. Oh, lordy. Yep, I mean, that's what's going to happen if you BKB a Ravage. And I don't know there if it just was, like, not fully syncing up together, but whatever ended up happening, SG losing game number 1 in spectacular fashion, and Sacred 1 game away from moving on to the next round of the Galaxy Battles tournament. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Well, ladies and gents, are they all Divine 5? Let's see. Oh, we've got the rankings now as well. All right, who's the highest? Matthew, the 23rd in South America, or the North America. Is it North America or South America leaderboards? I think it's just the Americas leaderboards. Matthew's number 23, though. We got a 36 on 4DR. He had a hell of a game. Not gonna lie, Matthew was balling it up. Several multi-man echo slams. The early blocking of Laposa being able to steal that creep wave too, it just put Laposa on a bad track to have a rough game the entire time. And they were able to deny out a lot of Batriders struggles as well. But he caught up later in the jungle, and his team was sort of ownage as well throughout the whole course of it, so that helped him out a lot as well. But thank you guys again for tuning in. Sorry for just the solo cast. There was a last minute change that ended up occurring, and so I hopped in for this one. And again, also apologize for a little bit of a sickness that's going on with me. Hope that you guys enjoy the cast regardless of that, and we'll be back in just a little bit for game number 2. See you guys soon.